Aloha from the Mahalo crew. We're here in White City today, taking off for Carrabelle. Here's Lucy. She's already on the bridge. She says we're ready to go. It's been a very quiet night here. Very nice little town. Unfortunately, there's only one store, but it was a good pizza last night. They have a pizzeria here, and so we enjoyed that. In the meantime, we have a full day's journey, probably good 7-8 hours ahead of us, going about 47, 50 miles towards Carrabelle. And then we're going to anchor tonight, get fuel probably tomorrow, and then we'll have to look for the weather window to go out. Cynthia's preparing to get the lines.
It's not a pizzeria. It is, they will make pizza to order for you and no charge for extra toppings in the convenience store at the gas station half-mile away.
It's a pizzeria and a convenience store, but yes, they make the pizza fresh. It's not microwaved. It's not microwave. It's actually baked the same way you would get at Little Caesars. Yeah, with fresh toppings, unlimited toppings. It was $12 for a pizza, and that was a good-sized pizza. 12-inch, they said, but it was a good-sized pizza. All right, we're going to head off, so follow along, mahalo here, as we head southeast, towards Carrabelle.
In this episode of our Boat Stories Great Loop Adventure, we leave the free dock in White City, Florida, and head east on the Gulf Intracoastal Waterway to Carrabelle, where we top off with fuel and water. We continue for a while longer to Alligator Point, Anchorage, for the night. Aloha! We are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex, along with our two dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo.
Leaving the town of White City. That is our dock. Just backing up out of here. See the morning mist here this morning.
This is us leaving our dockage for the night. And we had a really good time here. It was quiet. We didn't rock all night. And Zava did check the lines a couple of times because there's tides. But that was like the last time he checked was about 9 p.m. and we were fine. And he didn't check them again until 7 o'clock in the morning. So even though the dock that you can dock on is a fixed dock, the floating dock that's adjacent is for their ramp, but the fixed dock is okay. Check your lines before you go to bed and you'll be fine.
Just cool mist on the water. Cynthia probably already said that in the back, but since I'm facing forward, this is what I see.
I can hear birds twittering over here in the marsh, but I'm not seeing anything, but I can hear them in there. So we went ahead and changed our clock downstairs.
Yes, because technically on the right side is Eastern time, on the left side is Central time of the river, but as we get closer to the Gulf, it's going to be all Eastern time here.
Now my cell phone is still saying that it's the earlier hour.
So we lose an hour today. We gain an hour. We gain an hour, Alex says. Well, I like gaining an hour.
We think this is either a hunting or a little fishing area. It doesn't have any dock to it, so obviously they're coming in by land, I guess. We are coming to the end of this section, at least, of the ditch, and Zava said that a fellow looper has given us the message that as we cross the open area, we need to be staying exactly in the channel. We had passed a thing on the left that was an anchorage. I'm not sure if this is an anchorage as well. Is that an anchorage, Zava, possibly?
I don't know.
We don't know. like dead logs along the side, but look how smooth the water is. You can see like the mirror image on the water. Here we are entering into a bigger portion after the ditch. There's a house down in there. Almost looks like maybe a part of a submerged boat, doesn't it? A couple of houses down that inlet, and here we are going out into the open area. So here you can see the end of the channel area, and then there's one more little patch of bulrushes out here by itself. And now we're starting to cross this big area. Lucy doesn't care. She's asleep. Lucy, are you awake, girl? She said, who, me? Yeah, it's a good girl. Oh, it's a good girl. Oh, she's a good girl. So it's a narrow section, even though it's so wide and big, you have to stay right here between the markers. You can see here on the screen how narrow. On either side it says 3 foot. Look at that. Wow. That's quite the visual.
So what we have here is like a stump in the middle of the channel. It's a tree stump in the middle of the channel. Seriously, I mean that's a good 6-8 inch stump in the middle of the channel. Oh my. So this lake that we're crossing here, we're seeing actual tree stumps in the channel. We just passed one that was dead center in the channel. This one is also in the channel. Something you really have to watch out for as you cross this lake here. So Lake Wimiko, you saw that tree stump over there that we just passed. And here, Alex is driving, you got another tree stump, again, in the channel. This actually is a log. It's an actual tree, I think. Wow. Gotta be very careful. This is the third one so far here in Lake Wimiko. So if you do come down this way, please drive carefully. You cannot just accept that the channel is safe to go. You have to watch out for these actual stumps and logs. You know, we love all these birds on the posts, and there's one there, and there's 4, maybe 5 of them on that one over there. It is 5 of them over there. Not sure if this guy got banished, but there's 5 over here. Lake Wimiko. We're leaving Lake Wimiko and heading into Jackson Rivers. I believe it's what I'm here. Jackson River Inlet is what this is. That heads out to the Gulf towards Carrabelle. Big tree stump again over there, but that's outside the channel at least this time. But that was the lake. And leaving Lake Wimiko behind. There it is right there. Some of the stumps. We're glad we're behind this one now. Next stop, the Gulf. Aloha, says Lucy. She's commanding the bridge right now while I film. We're arriving at Apalachicola very shortly. We're just a little bit around. See these dunes here on the left greeting us as we enter town. They look like fun to roll into, but you probably end up in the water if you rolled. It's been a very wide river since the lake. Very nice, calm. We'll see what the Intracoastal looks like after this. But we should be in Carrabelle, we think about 4 o'clock. That's our plan right now, and to fuel up and maybe cross tomorrow to Stanahatchee. Up ahead we have a railroad bridge. Haven't had one for a long while. The Apalachicola Northern Railway, no longer in use. So that bridge is actually open permanently. We just read on the charts, which is good for us, but sad for the railroad, really. And, you know, I love trains, so I think it's always sad when a railroad quits. But this is the first homes we see here of the town. There is a town dock, but it is not free. They charge $2 a foot with absolutely no services, no electric, no water, and they say bring lots of fenders. We'll see as we pass by, but we're not going to stop today. Some of the cool homes, you know, Cynthia loves these cool homes as well, so she's taking pictures.
She's taking pictures of me taking pictures. It's coolish today, though. It's coolish.
It is cool. Now the view of this bridge here as we pass out of service railroad. Water smooth as glass today. Look, take a look at that.
So as we're going through this old railway bridge, the indication says to pass on the left opening. So that's what we're doing. Zava thinks the depth is okay on both sides.
Yeah.
But let's follow the rules today.
The rails are still there though, right?
I think so, but boy, this does not look upkept or painted. These boards here look run down. Look at this part here that looks so... The windows are all broken in the little turnstile house. So I don't think this is in use at all.
More dunes and beaches here as we approach Apalachicola. It is cool today. I just put my jacket on. We opened up the windows here, and Lucy, of course, immediately climbed on a blanket. She has a big heavy coat, but she still thinks a blanket does better for on cold days like today. More of these birds on the buoys. You see them right here. One swimming happily, one sitting. Oh, well, someone just messed the water, but yes, one sitting on the buoy right there. Apalachicola straight ahead here. You see the water tower already up ahead, and we'll be passing in just a few minutes. So whoever has this home here dug themselves a nice little canal where they could dock their boat, like at least one sailboat, fishing boat. I see several boats back there. So cool, have access to a deep water dockage. So just before Apalachicola right here, we have some marshland is what it looks like, and up there you can see the bridge from the town itself. We just saw some dolphins, but they are so quick and not photogenic. Cynthia tried to get them with a big camera, but couldn't get the GoPro out fast enough. So there's a nice anchorage right here before Apalachicola, about 9 feet or so where that sailboat is. So in case you happen to come down this way, look for a place to anchor, or anchor just before you get into town. Nice open out of the channel way. The other anchorage here of Apalachicola is where those fishing boats are, right outside the channel on that side. Also an anchorage. And we're coming up to the town. Apalachicola right here. Another looper boat over there, and Cantada is right there. There is a marina further to the right, as you can see. The city dock is right there, and it's just a wall, as you can see, and absolutely no services. But that gets you into town. Yeah, that is the city dock. I'm not sure if this is a factory building, old wharf, but it definitely looks a little derelict there. Seen better days. Got the big bridge here about Apalachicola. end of the bridge. We've got some fishermen here fishing. Here, over here, and out towards the Gulf. Yep. So we got dolphins playing right here in front. You can see them right there by the front bow. And there they are again coming up. Here they are playing in front of the bow. They'd like to do that. They'd like to go underneath and swim in front of the bow. Aloha. So in front of us we have the Brian Brady Patton Bridge. It seems to go across from the mainland to the outlying island here, protecting us from the Gulf. We've got everything closed off because it's so cold outside. Dolphins out here by the boat again. They must have seen the camera. They swam. Yeah, they swam underneath. There they are, right in front of the boat. Who knows where they went now? There they are, right there. There, in front of the boat. The only thing that makes them come up is if I turn the camera off. There they are, right there. Aloha, we are passing the St. George Sound and the East Pass, which is right over there, and that takes you straight out to the Gulf and onto Cuba and points south. We're going to be turning port here in just a moment to Carrabelle, but that's where it is, and there's an anchorage otherwise right there. That's all an anchorage. Many boats anchor there or behind that island straight ahead. What we're seeing also is a lot of jellyfish. Some of these, there's one, they're like 12, 14 inches wide. They're really, really big jellyfish here. Dolphin just went down. There they are in front. I think they're going to the other side though. We are arriving in Carrabelle. So this is Carrabelle right here. We're going to take on some fuel. It says no wake, so we're going to slow down because we're definitely causing a wake right now. We're going to slow down here for a little bit. So it looks like some damage here from hurricane or something. Looks like there was a house there. That one looks nice and high up on concrete posts. This is totally missing whatever was on there. But this is what it looks like going into Carrabelle. See Cynthia up front, getting ready to dock. We're just going to take up some fuel and water from Sea Quarters. Is the place that we're going to be pulling into. Docks, I mean, they're totally in disrepair. Some big fishing boats here. We're coming up to Sea Channel. Some more of these cool fishing boats right here. The Lonely Lynn. No, it should be coming up here. Hopefully it's next to this building, Cynthia. Sea Quarters.
And we're getting ready to head back out. We've got some fuel. They had water, but it was only...
They wanted 12 cents a gallon for fuel.
12 cents per gallon for fuel?
For
water. For water.
12 cents per gallon for water. It's the first marine that's ever asked money for water.
Shadows panting because they were barking.
Whitehead.
So the earlier boat that gave us a wake is right there on the elevated thing. It's for sale. And as we came in under the speed limit, he comes out screaming,
Yelling.
and I don't know if it got it on the video or not.
Yes.
But he was yelling that for us to slow down, and we were already going.
Finger gestures. Yeah.
Oh, he was doing finger play with his hands, and we were going under the speed limit. And I looked behind the boat. I looked behind the boat just to double check, and we had no wake. And yet he came and circled one way
I was
really
going
fast.
5 miles an hour. I can't go much slower than that speed.
And then he came around on the other side of us, and so he waved us, rocked us, but good. And then when we come back in going under the limit, he's out there yelling, all self-righteous, and he was the one that waked us twice. We never waked him, but it was just funny. That's just, you know, how some boaters are. Look at that beautiful pelican up there on the post, and there's one down there. So we're heading back out, and it is breezy and chilly. So I think we're going to close the front. Alex, we can go ahead and close
Yeah, we can close.
because it's going to be breezy again here in a second. So we're going to close all the covers.
Aloha and mahalo for watching our voyage today from White City to Alligator Point, which is just past Carrabelle, about 17 miles. Tomorrow we're going to do a jump over to Stanahatchee, about 78-mile journey, I think, from here. We're going to get up at first light, but it is getting dark, and getting to our anchorage, which you can see down here. We've still got to go into this little area. It's going to be after dark. So I thought I'd show you what I have now. But thank you again for watching. As always, please give us a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe with your friends. It really does helps others see the program, of course, and the fun that we are having here on the Great Loop, the adventure. So thank you so much, and we'll see you again tomorrow as we continue on our trip to the east to Stanahatchee across the Gulf of Mexico.